Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Insider Essay, your guide to living better. Join us today as we open up to new worlds with Mrs. South Africa Judnick-Wilson, who sees the happiest family festivities as less about being perfect and more about being present. Mr. South Africa Ntando Lurwengu finds epic African adventures on his doorstep in the breathtaking Walker Bay Nature Reserve. Learn to bake a rustic pecan-praline carrot cake from pastry chef and tastemaster essay winner Kyle Haytread. The launch of a young at heart new crossover SUV offers our best fashion students the Christmas gift they really wanted. And from authentic Italian pizza in Scottburgh to a mountain biking champion's new family cycling venture, we celebrate the spirit of South African enterprise, keeping our economy turning. When Ntando Lurwengu took this year's Mr. South Africa title at the age of 23, it made perfect sense to those who know his history. En route to a well-earned break on the Mosaic Lagoon, we learned that as a baby, he came into the world 2 months premature. He took that on, thrived, and ever since has had an irrepressible drive to get busy living.
I'm Judnick-Wilson Lurwengu and I'm here with my best buddy, Haytread. So we've known each other for approximately 8 years now. We met in grade 9 in high school and we've been friends ever since.
Yeah. It's an absolutely beautiful place. Great place to relax, get your head right, get your head straight. So at the end of the year, definitely the sort of place that I would like to come to rest.
Most definitely, and I think especially after the year that we've had, with ups and downs, it's a great place to just come, unwind, look at the mountains, the beautiful scenery, and just take some downtime. We enjoy going out, meeting with friends over the weekends for braais, and we live in Cape Town. So it's a beautiful place, whether it's hiking, going to the beach, and visiting the beautiful restaurants and the scenic places we have. Okay, to get away, good times ahead. Cheers.
For the luxuries his parents sacrificed to educate their sons, this weekend at Mosaic Lagoon Lodge was a tribute to them.
In terms of Mr. South Africa, I wasn't 100% surprised, just knowing him being a go-getter kind of person. And he had discussed it previously with friends that when the time is right, he should enter. And obviously just started his business and got his degree and things like that. So we said, if not now, then when?
Yeah, most definitely. I believe I'm a very goal-driven person. I'm very ambitious, a risk taker by nature. And that's the goal for me, to use this title to make a difference, and not only what it'll make possible for me, but as well as what I can make possible for others and the opportunities that I can create for others on this journey. As I look at this view, I've got no worries in the world. It's the perfect place to refresh, replenish, and get refueled for the new year.
It is very hopeful that our title holder sees education as the key to achievement and its benefits.
2021 has been an extremely busy year, and it's just great to be out here at this beautiful location, to get out and see our beautiful country with so much to see. And this is something I really treasure and hold close to my heart, because we live in probably, I believe, one of the most beautiful countries in the world with so much to see. And it's really great just to be down here and get some rest and some downtime on our getaway. The opportunity to enter Mr. SA came around a very exciting time in my life, where I just completed my studies and I was just getting my life started. My hopes of entering Mr. SA was obviously to use the platform to make a difference in the lives of others, which is something very close to my heart. I'm a big believer of progress becomes meaningless if it doesn't create opportunities for other people. And as you move forward in life, it's very important to identify who else you can bring forward with you and enable them to make their dreams a reality. For me, the winning moment was it was a wave of emotions, and it was a realization of, wow, all the hard work throughout the year came down to this moment. And it was that realization of, now my journey as a contestant has ended and my journey as a title holder now begins, and we look to make that difference in the lives of others.
If Ntando's father did travel in his work as a police officer, his son gets to do it for pleasure.
No jokes, this is officially my new favorite hobby. It was great just being out in the water, extremely relaxing.
Yeah, definitely the kind of thing we live for, hey? Nice and calm out there. Yeah, it looked like you were going to tip the boat once or twice, but you recovered well, eh?
Yeah, I think you're funny with that one, eh?
But yeah, this is the kind of thing we live for. Nice, active, outdoors, and calming at the same time. So it was lovely.
Mr. Lurwengu enjoys all sports, but he's a bookworm by heart, and whatever he's doing physically, the cogs never stop turning mentally.
All right, I'm going to see you at the finish line, eh?
Well, that's if you get there before me, so
Let's go.
Interestingly enough, I'm the youngest Mr. South Africa in the history of the competition, and at times, I've been asked, was that an intimidating thing? And I would say no, because I believe every single one of us had a cause which we stand for, and the challenge we face in South Africa as young people, that never really played a factor. It was just more about, being an ambassador of that cause in terms of just bringing hope to young people and helping them to understand that your age doesn't play a role in terms of making your dreams a reality, but it's much rather the cause which you stand for and just how much you believe in the conviction you have in making that a reality. What's happening there? Is it the gears or are you struggling?
Listen, I haven't come out equipped for this. I'm just trying to make sure my shoes survive.
If the new Mr. South Africa is putting effort in, it is sure to be well directed. He has already put his BCom degree to work, starting not one, but 2 marketing companies.
What are my resolutions for 2022? Well, I'll have a lot of obligations as Mr. South Africa, so I'll be very busy with those. I'd also look to build more of a personal brand, something I can leverage in terms of making a difference and ensuring that I can make opportunities as well as possibilities accessible to others, and especially those in need in our beautiful country in South Africa.
What have you, eh?
Yeah, after mountain biking and kayaking, I think we've got a good bit of a workout. I think I'm ready to chill a bit, and then we head out down to the beach.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
For a man in marketing, getting to show off his country's best-kept travel secrets is a privilege.
Okay, so we're at the beach, just over that dune. It's right over there. So apparently they've got something special lined up for us. So let's go see.
Let's go.
Waiting for them was one of the area's greatest reveals, courtesy of guide Vitalis Chingo.
We are at Walker Bay Nature Reserve. This is the Walker Bay beach. It stretches all the way from Hermanas down to Hans Bay, on that town over there. And very famous, very unique, because this is where we do like whale watching from the land. It's very beautiful just to be on the beach, and the combination of the fernboss, the sand, and the vegetation, which makes it so unique. Well, we offer the guests tranquility, enjoying, seeing, smelling, touching, getting close to nature. Imagine having a drink, enjoying the beach, the sand, listening to the noise of the ocean.
It's a place where Vitalis finds his guests often become reflective and hardly surprising.
It's great to be out here to what appears to be a private beach, but it's a protected nature reserve. And
That's beautiful.
Most times when we go to the beach, it's usually crowded, and to be out here all by ourselves as best mates.
Yeah, we live across the beach, so when you do walk outside, it's normally super crowded, a lot of people. So it's good to just come out here and just be by yourself, basically, and just get away from city life and the busyness of it.
So festive season's obviously always a time to spend time with family, your loved ones, and friends, of course. And I mean, this is the perfect place to do it. Here with him.
Yeah, so festive season all about getting together with family, reflecting on the year, and just recharging for the next year. So why not in such a nice, quiet environment, peaceful environment as well, as we are here now.
Do you have any plans of starting our own families anytime soon?
Yeah, look, obviously we're still very young, but if you want to go somewhere with vision, with things like that, you have to build with specific people. So we'll definitely hold each other accountable to getting the right woman in our lives. But personally for me, as he'll know, having a family and things like that has always been a goal of mine. So eventually, when the time is right, we'll get there.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers, my brother.
Yeah, I suppose we've got to get back to the lodge. We've got some dinner plans waiting for us.
Let's do it.
After 2 tough years for our hospitality industry, head chef Adrian Boshoff is delighted to be welcoming company.
For tonight's menu, I started off with a lovely fresh garden salad wrap with grilled prawns, accompanied with a nice sweet soy dressing. But for our main feature this evening, I've prepared a twist to a classical Wellington, which I've replaced the beef with a lovely kudu fillet, a nice fresh puree, a lovely mushroom duxelle, which is locally sourced, and a lovely puff pastry infused with some mustard.
Never far from Ntando's mind are fond memories of his grandmother, who only let him go out and have fun once he'd mastered his ABCs, and he's surely done so this year.
Dude, it's actually the first time I'm having kudu, eh?
Yeah, I think me too, dude. It's actually quite nice, eh?
What a great day we had at this beautiful location. We started off with a bit of kayaking and then we explored a bit with some mountain biking.
Yeah, we also had a beautiful private beach to ourselves, which was very nice.
And what a better way to end it off than with a delicious meal using local ingredients. Thank you for spending a day with us at this breathtaking location. Wish you all the best for the new year and enjoy the festive season. Cheers.
Cheers.
Whether it's a beach braai or shisanyama back home, here's to putting our feet up and having the engine on idle for a while. Coming up, from a French-styled wine estate as well known for its wines as it is for its pastries, Tastemaster SA winner Kyle Haytread bakes a classic. Since we're in the festive season, it's worth celebrating the blazing homegrown talents who've shone through this year. And among them, the 36-year-old winner of Season 2 of the Tastemaster SA, the Baking Edition.
Hi, my name's Kyle Haytread. I'm a pastry chef and baker at the beautiful La Prairie estate in Franschhoek, and please come inside and spend some time with me. I've had this infinite amount of love for food throughout my life. I mean, it's ingrained in my family. Many a late night spent cooking with my mum in the kitchen. And I just kind of fell into this after studying, and I've been a pastry chef and a baker for the last 15, 16 years. La Prairie, it's this really old, beautiful estate steeped in history. We have our own herb garden and we grow our own flowers, and there's so much going on the estate. My food philosophy is really simple. It's just fresh ingredients, local ingredients. Do not overcomplicate the issue. Simple is best. Old school and classic. I like the French classics. This is a French-inspired estate. I think the two lend well to each other, so it's a marriage made in heaven.
Though it was his ability to adapt those French learnings to a Russian menu which won him the title.
Competing in the Tastemaster Season 2 Baking Edition, wow, it was quite an experience from beginning to end. But first of all, a lot of fun. I mean, there was a lot of drama, a lot of nerves, sweat, tears. Nobody knew who was going home, who was staying. It was pretty nerve-wracking, but at the end of the day, it was just a wonderful experience. I mean, I tested myself, I competed against other people, I learned one or two new things, I imparted some knowledge, and I mean, it was wonderful. That winning moment, it was amazing. I personally didn't think on the day that I was going to walk away first prize. I did think it was going to go to Jay, but at the end of the day, looking back now, you know what? I did really well, and what I presented to the judges, I should be very proud of it.
Where flowers made of icing are the norm in cake making, Kyle prefers the real thing.
This is our herb garden on the estate. It's one of my favorite spaces. It's what I refer to as my sanctuary. And, you know, we incorporate a lot of herbs, flowers, fresh produce into our dishes, onto my cakes. And today I'm picking some pansies, I'm picking some fresh English lavender, some passion fruit flowers, and I'm going to incorporate that onto my carrot cake that I'll be baking for you later.
Chef's recent ventures into artisanal chocolates are balanced by his love for an everyday loaf.
Cakes are our passion, but our bakery also makes organic, artisanal loaves, breads, or sweet treats. We have a very famous salted caramel tartlet, our famous choc chip cookies, our giant choc chip cookies. They're amazing. Yeah, we do a whole array of sweet treats here at our deli, all made with love.
For anyone wanting to bake more memories this festive season, Kyle's got your back.
One of my all-time favorites is a traditional carrot cake with a white chocolate buttercream and a cream cheese filling. And then I'm also using the fresh herbs and flowers that are foraged from our La Prairie garden. All you'll be needing is a key few ingredients like good quality flour, fresh carrots, whole eggs, good quality golden brown sugar, and tried and trusted royal baking powder. I've added my carrots, my eggs, my good quality sugar, my flour, my spices, my oils, and then lastly, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm just going to blend all our ingredients together, and then voila, we've got our cake mix, simple as that. And lastly, just at the end, I like to throw in a handful of pecan nuts. It gives that extra nuttiness, that extra crunch, and once I'm done with that, I'm gonna pop them into the oven for a bit, and then once that's out, I'm gonna show you how it all comes together.
The amounts, degrees and minutes of baking make it a science, but it's the right brain, creative elements which turn it to art.
Pecan-praline is one of my favorite things. You get the flavor of the nut and the crack of the praline as well, so it's great for garnishing cakes, desserts, etc. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my pecan nuts into a saucepan, release the natural oils a bit, get the nuttiness of the flavor, and then add in my sugar and start to caramelize. Ideally, you'd want to saute them for about 1 to 2 minutes, just being careful that they don't catch on the saucepan. We don't want that burn flavor, just that deep nutty flavor. For the praline, I need to caramelize my sugar, so that's basically caster sugar, water onto the flame, reduce it until you get that lovely amber color. This is looking absolutely incredible, this beautiful amber color with the nuts. So I'm just gonna set it aside for a moment and then I'm gonna get started on my cake.
The basics he learned as a junior pastry chef in London are still exercised every day.
I've just flavored my Italian meringue buttercream with a bit of white chocolate and cream cheese. I mean, it goes really well and complements with the flavors and the spice of the carrot cake.
Kyle's reflection of his personality in these recipes is what the judges warmed to.
I've prepared a little bit of homemade butterscotch. It's one of my favorite things, and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit in between the layers and on top of my buttercream. It really just creates a little bit of richness, sweetness, a little bit of caramel flavor to my carrot cake. And then after that, I'm just going to do a sprinkling of nuts which I've toasted. So it's pistachio nuts, pecan nuts, and a little bit of cashew nut. And then I'm just going to repeat the process with the rest of my carrot cake layers. Carrot cake, it's so warm, it's inviting, it's really something cool to make, and leading up to the festive season, it's just such a pleasure to do it. It's all the spices, it's just such a simple rustic bake, a lot of fun. I'm just doing the final touches on the edge of the cake, and looking at it, I'm really happy with the layering, quality, the color, and the sheen of my buttercream. I think I've done very well today. Now that I've assembled my cake, it's now time for the finishing touches, and I've just broken up my praline shards and I'm arranging my flowers from our garden and just creating something pretty loose, pretty rustic, but at the same time quite beautiful and aesthetically pleasing on top of my cake for some beautiful garnish. I've always loved baking. I like the science of it, the precision of it, but at the same time, you know, one can play around and be really experimental with flavors and techniques and visuals. So baking to me, it means a lot of experimentation, having fun, a lot of challenges, thinking out of the box, new ways of doing things. The work that I tend to do, it's very refined, it's very fine dining, but the humble carrot cake, it really holds a special place in my heart.
The jury were two friends from the eventing scene, Serene van Tonder and Kirsten Jonker.
Oh, dit lyk lekker. This looks very nice.
It's really quite lovely to share cake with friends.
Dit was regtig die lekkerste wortelkoek wat ek nog ooit geëet het. Dit is lekker moist, dit is lekker klam en ek is mal oor die tekstuur daarvan. So well done.
Thank you so much.
I really liked your cake. The carrot cake was really nice, and the texture of the brittle it's really nice, and I like the fact that you incorporate the flowers from the herb garden.
Thank you for spending time with me. Please come visit us for some tea and cake at La Paris. It'd be great to see you.
In that setting, over summer holidays, and with those sweet creations on offer, count us in, Kyle. And to bake more of your own festive season memories, now you have one more recipe. Coming up, with honesty and humor, mother of two and business owner Joe Judnick-Wilson beats COVID and mom guilt to take the Mrs. SA title. The year end has been especially festive for the dynamic finalists in the Mrs. South Africa program. Their 6-month journey of self-development to become voices of change within their communities has been worth every minute for the class of 2022.
Mrs. South Africa is an empowerment initiative that is in the shape of a beauty pageant. Don't be fooled by looking at beautiful women wearing bikinis or costumes prancing in front of people. It's 25 girls that are confident in order to do that. We are brave and we have courage. And to do that in front of the whole of South Africa speaks to who they really are and how important it is for us to do whatever we need to do to try and make a difference.
It's not just about glitz and glamour, the things that go beyond the scenes, the coaching of training, teaching you how to do business, how to do presentations, things we've learned through this journey and the connections we've made have been the highlights for me. I think every woman should enter.
To be honest, I absolutely was terrified of entering, and I think I hesitated until the very last moment. And that's when I realized how essential it was to enter, because I was letting fear guide me instead of being courageous.
You know, what motivated me to enter this pageant was the recognition of how it forces women, and most of us, to confront our fears. It's been painful but very necessary, and being around such phenomenal women has actually inspired me to be at my best.
I believe that I'm the best candidate for Mrs. South Africa because I'm relatable, I'm real, I'm as real as they come. I'm a wife, full-time, I'm a mom, full-time, I'm a businesswoman, full-time, and as women we juggle so many hats, and I'm not even afraid to say that sometimes balls will fall, but they're not glass balls. You pick them up and you keep going.
Everything came down to the grand finale, but for contestants, this event extends far beyond the crown.
The atmosphere and the environment is empowering, as well as it is competitive. It is a competition. We're all in it to win it, but no matter what happens, we will carry on supporting each other and empowering each other, and that's been the feeling and the vibe since we started on this journey.
The responsibilities of the title holders is putting a light on causes that are important in the community and supporting other women. So we need to empower other women while supporting the causes that we have. And because we are wives and moms and entrepreneurs, we already have an in-depth understanding of what is needed in the communities and the country at large. Most of our causes come from the fact that we are moms with kids, actually.
When I discovered the Mrs. South Africa program, I thought it was more of a women empowerment platform, more of an MBA of life, and that's exactly what it did for me. I learned skills that I never thought I would learn in my life. I met sisterhood that I never thought that I would gain, and it's been incredible watching all the success of queens, from myself to whoever it will be tonight, and their lives changed, but not just the queens. Every single one of these finalists, their lives are completely transformed by this opportunity.
Look, there's been so much controversy about why pageants are important in today's day and age, especially with us women being so empowered. But I think if you look at the past Mrs. South Africas and everything that they stand for, people like Nicole Kappa, they are role models in our community that women that are married and have families are still very much a part, an active part in contributing to society and being positive role models to our young girls.
Very Pinash dressed me in black, as you can see, because we were doing an alumni walk, queens from like 15 years ago. It was so special to finally meet all the queens who have gone before us and then those who have come behind me. So yeah, today was extra special. So black for classic and timeless.
The qualities which have seen previous queens crowned are those that endure, and they were plentiful in this year's field. Self-starters, charismatic communicators, business innovators, and caring personalities who stand up for their values. Among them, one stood out from the beginning.
Your new Mrs. South Africa is Judnick-Wilson.
Fondly known as Josie Mom, Jo is a happily married mom of 2 boys and an entrepreneur and content creator with a bachelor's degree in communication science.
I'm completely and utterly elated. I don't think it's really hit me yet. I'm sure I'm going to need some time to process it, but I'm incredibly grateful and so humbled to have been selected. It means it's never too late to follow your dreams. I'm 40 years old and here I am.
Because legacy matters as much as who wins each year, Mrs. South Africa continues to celebrate the reign of those who've come before. Tenji Umgluli is last year's winner.
Today we are gathered for the former Queen's shoot as Mrs. South Africa. We made the decision that it's time to get everyone back together again. All the queens that have served all those years ago, it's time for them to all come together and just showcase their beauty that after all these years we still got it.
So my year of reign was in 2006 and 2007. I actually had a 22-month reign, which was quite long, but it was absolutely the best experience and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad for Jo, and I really hope that she's going to have a fantastic year of reign.
I was Mrs. South Africa 2020. Yes, I've met the beautiful Jo Judnick. What a gorgeous soul, inside and outside. And I wish her the very best. You know, as previous queens, we're always here to support our new queen. I can't wait to see what legacy she leaves behind.
I loved her spirit from the very beginning. So I knew that she would go very far in the competition. So I wanted to keep that humble spirit, to keep that willingness to serve, because that's what got her here. So she must never forget what brought her here and just take it a little bit further.
We're very proud of you. We wish you a beautiful reign. Don't forget to show up for yourself and, of course, have a little bit of fun.
Such a privilege to sit and stand amongst them, queens of the past, legendary women. In fact, if I thought I was nervous about going on the stage, I think I was more nervous about today, just being in the presence of such phenomenal women.
Jo lives in Joburg with her husband of 16 years, David Wilson. They have 2 sons, Jesse and Chad.
Welcome to our home. Follow me.
From the garden to her kitchen, DIY projects are a constant outlet for Jo's creative streak, as is her work.
Since the crown, my diary has certainly become a lot busier. But I'm still Jo. I'm still a mom, I'm still a wife, I still have all those same responsibilities. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be awarded the platform. I have some goals and ambitions and dreams, and Mrs. South Africa has really groomed me to be able to go out and achieve that. And I'm looking forward to doing that this year. My Mrs. South Africa journey wasn't so much a pageant dream as an opportunity to refuel and recalibrate my life and my purpose. As a mother, you get sidetracked. You know, we dedicate our lives to our children. My child needed me. I have a special needs son. And so I spent years pouring into him. And we got to a point where I realized he is a very capable, very confident young man. And so I could give myself the permission to go after some of my dreams again, some of my ambitions again. I have women empowerment goals that I wanted to achieve. And this was my time. This was my time to do that. 2020 really gave me the opportunity as a mother and a wife to assess what was really important. And what's important to me is that my children and my husband see me as happy. More about a mother who is confident in her space and able to give to my children. We as mothers, there's something called mom guilt, and I'm trying to break that cycle and encourage other women to do the same. Less about being perfect and more about being present for your family.
Holidays in the bush are her soul food, but at heart, it's family that sustains her.
You know, I think in life there's Instagram versus reality. And so dinner for us and our family, it's not a perfect science. You know, we do our best to sit together and have meals as a family, but often it's takeaways. We live busy lives, and that's okay too. You know, I think as long as you make the time to connect and have those moments that you share together, that's what's important. Yeah, we eat, we have fun, and
spend time together.
Spend time together, yeah.
So Jesse boy, what do you think of Mum's cooking?
It's, I'd say, about a 6 out of 10.
You're gonna sleep outside tonight, my boy.
The festive season is a special time for families to come together and celebrate, a time to be thankful for everything that they have and the many blessings that they have.
Festive season for me is an opportunity just to connect with the family away from the kind of the rat race and the running of a business and spending time on email and devices. It's the opportunity to actually invest time in the kids again. It should just be a time to celebrate and actually enjoy time away from everything you do every day.
So with the festive season upon us, as a family, we always put up our Christmas tree together. All our decorations are very sentimental to us.
I love decorating the Christmas tree because it gives me memories of all the other times we have decorated the Christmas tree. Well, the Christmas tree is pretty much like a tradition for the family. And because we collect decorations, each decoration is a memory.
Describe my wife in a single sentence, not really possible for me, to be honest. Not just saying that either. I think she's a loving wife, and you know, before we were husband and wife, we were friends. We've been together for almost half our lives, so in fact, over half our lives now.
I love my mom because she always takes care of me. She looks after me when I'm sick. She always has fun with me.
Because she loves me and I love her too, and she helps a lot, and she's just nice and helpful.
He's going to get a good Christmas present this year. This 2021 festive season is particularly important. Our family in 2020 had COVID over December, and in fact we only got to put up our Christmas tree late on the night of the 23rd because both my husband and I had been so ill. So it was a very hard time for our family, and I know that this year will be the same for many families. The four of us being together this festive season is the best gift I could ever ask for. Thank you, the Insider SA, for coming into my home and meeting the wife and mother behind the Mrs. South Africa crown.
And to all the viewers out there, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy and safe holiday season.
What better wish could there be? And may Joe, David, Jesse and Chad's come true for every South African family. Just ahead, it is scuba, it is pleather, and it's the future of South African fashion design being given all the runway it needs to fly by a trailblazing SUV brand. The world has evolved to where a new car can be as tailored to your style and personality as a fresh outfit for the festive season, which is what inspired Hyundai and the proudly South African Vilioti Fashion Institute to collaborate in a runway show celebrating the work of their young designers and the launch of the new KONA SUV.
Okay, Nontogozo, so you come to pick me up so we can go get ready for our beautiful event tonight in the KONA. But you got to tell me all the amazing things about this car.
Oh, so this is an amazing car. I mean, it's a crossover SUV, so it's in a premium range. You know, has that SUV feel and look, but has that sporty feel like a hatchback. So it's a nice cross between the two
it's got the
worlds. Yes, and I mean, amazing features all round. You know, just starting from the outside, it's got an amazing aerodynamic design with the new Hyundai design language. The lights just are the key feature of this car that make it so distinct and look different. Inside the car, I mean, there's a lot of like new tech that's available, but really my favorite feature has to be the wireless charging. So you just put your phone down and then
no way, so your phone's charging?
Yeah.
And all you had to do was just place it in there?
Yeah.
I want it. I want it, and I want it now. Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you can also see the screen. It's infotainment with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So basically it mirrors your phone. It shows you maps. You can connect to your WhatsApp. You know, Siri can also tell you whatever messages may be coming through. And your music, definitely very important. We need music on those road trips. Wherever you're going, you need music.
All those long road trips. Jamming.
Yes.
Vusa ba le.
Yeah, and it's a very comfortable drive. I really like this car.
I like it too. I think I love it. You like it, I love it.
The fashion show among the classic aviation designs at Rand Airport set the tone for collections which, like the KONA, are for the young at heart. Funds raised from the evening will also support 2 scholarships for new fashion talents.
Ntokozo, tonight is all of the excitement. The KONA is incredibly stylish, but so too are the students you've chosen to collaborate with at the Vilioti Fashion Institute. What are you hoping to achieve from this incredible partnership?
Well, this collaboration is really just to celebrate fashion and, you know, these upcoming future leaders in design. And, you know, the KONA is all about celebrating color and bringing magic to the world through inspiration. We have a beautiful car, and we really just wanted to, bring this collaboration in terms of juxtaposing the car and fashion, and giving the students a great chance to showcase their collections.
The Fashion Institute takes its name from successful designer of 30 years, Spiro Vigliotti. This latest collaboration is an example of how it puts the students at the forefront of such a competitive industry.
An initiative like working with Hyundai is extremely important because it gives our students major exposure. They took an interest in young South African designers, and they need all the promotion that they can get, because we go to all the stores here. We see other brands, but we don't see any South African designer brands. So what Hyundai has done is really amazing to help build South African careers within fashion, because the talent in this country is beyond.
The students benefited from this industry-leading brand choosing to do not only a fashion show with them, but to film a commercial featuring their designs front and center.
The thing that excites me the most about working with Hyundai is their creativeness. I mean, when they decided that they were going to use our students' clothes for their advert, and the design of the car and the whole style of the advert was like really fashion forward, and we loved it. I mean, it's a great brand.
Design student Amy Ford excelled in art, history, and English at school. Skills which, together with a powerful social message, were each expressed in her theme for the runway show.
My collection that was showcased at the fashion show was inspired by the current situation that we're experiencing in South Africa in terms of gender-based violence. As a woman living in this country, we're often met with all of these terrifying statistics on a daily basis, but we don't really honor the names behind those statistics. So this collection was kind of a memorial piece to honor those names, and it included hand embroidery throughout the collection of names of GBV victims that had died in the past few years. One of the key pieces in this collection is a cropped blazer with these bow-like details on the shoulders. It kind of creates this power-shouldered look, and it really makes the wearer feel quite powerful in it. One of my other key pieces is the editorial last look, and that is this cream mini dress with this bustle-like structure with this long extended train, and it kind of resembles a modern-day wedding dress to allude to certain patriarchal structures that have put us in the space that we're in right now.
As one of only 2 students whose work was selected to feature in the new KONA commercial, Amy's work showed fantastic variety in this vibrant, dramatic outfit.
The look that I created for the Hyundai shoot was a green coat in these vibrant colors and this one very vibrant pattern. I designed that with Skulk, my birthday stylist, and we got it made specifically for the shoot. And it also included these, what everyone kind of referred to them as was drama pants, these long wide leg pants. They were extremely high-waisted. They were quite fun. As a student, the experience of shooting the commercial with Hyundai, I think it was highly beneficial. I think I was surrounded by so much talent. It was so interesting to learn from other creatives. I learned so much on the day that I don't think you can really learn in a classroom. And it was just so exciting.
Graduate and now honours student Nicola Rainsford also had her designs chosen for the Hyundai KONA ad, confirming her belief that irrespective of the language you speak, fashion can always start a conversation.
I wanted to inspire women of all ages to feel like they are beautiful and they feel confident in themselves when they wear my garments, because every woman deserves to feel beautiful and loved and appreciated in everything that they do.
Nicola's combination scuba and pleather collection ensures you're going to be noticed this summer too.
So I designed this garment for your everyday woman. A skirt and a top. She can wear it when she wants to go out. She can wear it wherever she's going in the day. And that's why I also incorporated the biker pants so that you could matched with the top that was shown in the KONA advert, so she could alternate the options to make her feel like dress up, dress down. My collaboration with the Hyundai team was the most amazing experience I've ever had in my life. Everybody was so loving and supportive, and obviously it was my first experience and they really made it amazing. Being on set, to the beginning where we met all together and they saw my clothes and they chose which one they wanted. They were always so supportive and they make you feel like your collection is amazing. The Hyundai team is honestly amazing.
In what you wear or drive, it's about being stylish, driven, and above all, unafraid to be yourself. Right after this, we toast two champions in the business of mountain biking and pizza making for how they turned their passions into thriving enterprises.
Sponsored by Capitec. Simplify banking. Live better.
Well worth cheering this season is the resilience of those small and medium-sized businesses who, despite the challenges, have helped keep the economy going and people employed. Whether you find yourself in KZN or the Western Cape this festive season, Capitec's Isona Ndongeni and Chandre Matlala recommend a couple of spots worth giving a visit.
We are out here visiting Capitec Merchant, the bike park, to come and explore some fun Cape Town activities to do during the festive season. I'm excited, but a bit nervous. Shall we go in? Come along with us.
In the 6 years since he opened, former South African mountain bike champ Chris Nixon has grown an outdoor family favorite of a business here in Constantia.
As you come into the bike park, you can see the easier obstacles at the bottom, and then as you will sort of go up and up here towards the back, there's more difficult obstacles. So the ones right at the bottom are really for the younger kids, and the ones up here are for the older kids, bigger jumps. So we've got a lot for everybody, and it's the repetition of practicing it over and over again which makes your mountain biking skills so much better.
Gear, bikes, and a workshop. They have the lot, and most valuable of all, the top tips and trade secrets of a national champion.
Balance actually comes from your steering and your handlebars, so moving it from side to side. And we're going to do a little exercise here that makes it automatic, that if you turn the wrong way, you fall over. So the idea is to program your brain that you automatically do it the right way and you don't have to think about it. And how that's going to work is we put our bike in against the wall here, and with the cranks level, the foot that's forward, we're going to push on that pedal and we're going to hold ourselves against the wall by pushing on the pedal. And then once we're doing that, when you're pushing, we're going to keep our hips still. We're not going to move our hips. We're just going to move our hands from side to side. Okay. If you do this, you can see if I just do this, you can see that I'm only using my actual hands to balance. And the balance is counterintuitive, meaning that if you're going to fall over to the right, you actually need to turn to the right. It makes your body go the opposite way.
This is not so bad.
I think mine's safe. I can even do it with my one hand. Woo! Yay!
To the bank which took this entrepreneurial journey with Chris, the success of his youth-oriented Live Better enterprise feels like a trophy won.
With us starting off with Capitec, they've been really good to us because, I mean, I've never run a business before in the beginning. And they came out and gave us all these things on how it's going to work going forward, and it just ran us through the whole process. Especially if you're a new business, you kind of need that input from them and understanding and the feedback that they give us. Once you're up and running, they came and had a chat with us a few times just to make sure we're understanding how the process works, and also integrating our online and our point of sale servicing, how it works and how it connects to their bank. They've been really great as far as that's concerned.
Coming out here to chill out at the bike park, I thought it was going to be easy. They say doing a bike is as easy as walking if you know how to do it one time, but it definitely was not that. It came with its challenges. I took a few tumbles, but here I am. And I'm only glad that I finally got to start off on my own without the help of Chris, so a victory for me.
At first, when I got here, I was super excited, just seeing the kids just rolling over those obstacles. I was like, okay, if they can do it, so can I. But then after I started hopping on my bike, I was like, okay, it's not that easy. But the faster you go with your bike, you get the hang of it. So now I think I can gladly say, we are pros. You've got it. We got this. Thank you, Chris. Are you ready to hit that big one?
That one over there?
Yeah. Maybe we should let Chris do it.
Another business with a recipe for prospering, whatever the weather, is Enzo Tilly's famed trattoria in Scottburgh in KwaZulu-Natal.
Enzo's is a family-run restaurant with a basic principle of giving people good quality food, bringing a bit of Italy to South Africa, and always with value for money in mind. I think I got my love for food through my mother, and my dad, being a builder, built my first pizza oven. Mom was in the back kitchen making pastas, and I was in front doing the pizzas. Having a pizza done in an authentic wood-burning oven is what pizza is to us, is what we've grown up with. The smokiness, the crispiness is what my clientele enjoy, and it's what we know.
Enzo's skills are such that Isona and Chandre happily crossed the country for lunch.
What are we doing today?
We're going to go over to the pizza section, and we're going to go and make the most famous pizza in Italy, which is the margherita.
Awesome. Nice! Sounds exciting. I've never made my own pizza before.
Oh, wow. Let's go. The margherita pizza is one of the simplest but most loved pizza in Italy. 3 basic ingredients: tomato, mozzarella cheese, and basil, which represents the Italian colors.
Oh, wow.
And this is where the pizza margherita originates from. The queen, her name was Margherita. She went down to the local pizza place and asked them for a pizza that represented the Italian flag. And the pizzeria rightfully named it the Margherita. I have a bit of a challenge.
Oh, okay. Love a challenge.
Let's see who can actually lift one of these and put them in the oven. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of flour. Watch.
Oh!
Okay.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay.
A little bit of flour.
Add a little bit of flour.
Whoa. Okay. A little bit of pressure. This up.
Okay.
A little bit of pressure down here.
Okay.
Okay, and then go for it. Whoa! Well done.
Yay!
Well done.
Now you can call me a pizza chef.
Enzo started his business straight out of school, and through years of some of the finest margaritas and Reginas in Scottburgh, one bank has been there.
I heard about Capitec when I moved down to Natal. They always check up on us, always making sure we've got toll rolls. When we need help, they're there for us. Impeccable. Really great service.
The end result of my pizza, I think it was perfection. I think I should definitely maybe change my title to Chef Isona. It was really divine and nice and tasty. I could literally just taste all the flavors coming out.
Enzo's is a Capitec merchant who started out so many years ago as a much smaller shop and has expanded into something that the neighborhood just loves. I mean, what is better than sharing a authentically Italian pizza this festive season amongst family and friends?
Now you stand a chance of winning a 1,000 Rand Live Better cash prize to spend on the festive holiday adventure, lunch, dinner, gift, or experience of your choice. Simply reply to the competition post on the insidersa.co.za social media platforms using hashtag #LiveBetter. T's and C's apply and can be found on the Insider SA website. Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.